But the same mind operating in a different manner can produce a total failure. My loves. Hello, my loves. Welcome back again to my channel. If you are new here, please do not make it your last. Stay positive on here by subscribing, liking, sharing, and also participate at the comment section. It's me, Kukua, and this is Kukuasinspiration. The topic for discussion today is manage your environment and go first class. Your mind is an amazing mechanism. When your mind works one way, it can carry you forward to outstanding success. But the same mind operating in a different manner can produce a total failure. The mind is the most delicate, most sensitive instrument in all creation. Let's look now and see what makes the mind think the way it does. The body is what the body is fed. By the same way, the mind is what the mind is fed. Mind food, of course, doesn't come in packages, and you can't buy it at the store. Mind food is your environment. All the countless things that influence your conscious and subconscious thoughts. The kind of mind food we consume determines our habits, attitudes, and personality. Each of us inherited a certain capacity to develop. But how much of that capacity we have developed and the way we have developed that capacity depends on the kind of mind food we feed it. The mind reflects what its environment feeds it, just as surely as the body reflects the food you feed it. Have you ever thought of what kind of person you would be had you been raised in some foreign country instead of Ghana? What kind of foods would you prefer? Would your preference for clothing be the same? What sort of entertainment would you like the most? What kind of work would you be doing? What would your religion be? You can't, of course, be sure of the answer to these questions, but chances are you would be a materially different person had you grown up in a different country. Why? Because you would have been influenced by a different environment. Whether you like it or not, environment shapes us, makes us thinking the way we do. Try to name just one habit or one mannerism you have that you did not pick up from other people. Relatively minor things like the way we walk, our preferences for music, literature, entertainment, clothing, all stem in very large part from environment. Most importantly, the size of your thinking, your goals, your attitudes, your very personality is formed by your environment. Association with negative people makes us think negatively. Close contact with petty individuals develops petty habits in us. On the brighter side, companionship with people with big ideas raises the level of thinking. Close contact with ambitious people gives us ambition. Experts say that the person you are today, your personality, ambition, present status in life are largely the result of your psychological environment. And also, the person you will be 1, 5, 10, 20 years from now depends almost entirely on your future environment. You will change over the months and years. This we know, but how you will change depends on your future environment, the mind food you feed yourself. Now, what can we do to make our future environment pay off in satisfaction and prosperity? 1. Recondition yourself for success. The number one obstacle on the road to high-level success is the feeling that major accomplishment is beyond reach. This attitude stems from many suppressive forces that direct our thinking towards mediocre levels. To understand these suppressive forces, let's go back to the time we were children. As children, all of us set higher goals. At a surprisingly young age, we made plans to conquer the unknown, to be leaders, to attain positions of higher importance, to do exciting and stimulating things, to become wealthy and famous, in short, to be first, biggest, and best. And in our blessed ignorance, we saw our way clear to accomplish these goals. What happened? Long before we reached the age when we could begin to work toward our great objectives, a multitude of suppressive influences went to work. From all sides we heard, it is foolish to be a dreamer, and that our ideas were impractical, stupid, naive, or even foolish. That you have to have money to go places, that luck determines who gets ahead, or you have to have important friends, or you are too old or too young. As a result of being bombarded with the "you can't get ahead, so don't bother to try" propaganda, most people you know now can be classified into three groups. First group, those who surrendered completely. The majority of people are convinced deep down inside that they haven't got what it takes, that real success, real accomplishment is for those who are lucky or fortunate in some special respect. You can easily spot these people because they go to great lengths to rationalize their status and explain how happy they really are. This group is in reality can be as bad as wandering aimlessly, hoping opportunity will somehow, someday hit you in the face. Let's look at the second group. Those who surrender partially. A second but much smaller group enters adult life with considerable hope for success. These people prepare themselves, they work, they plan, but after a decade or so, resistance begins to build up. Competition for top-level jobs looks rugged. This group then decides that greater success is not worth the effort. They rationalize. We are earning more than the average and we live better than the average. Why should we knock ourselves out? Actually, this group has developed a set of fears. Fear of failure, fear of social disapproval, fear of insecurity, fear of losing what they already have. These people aren't satisfied because deep down they know they have surrendered. This group includes many talented, intelligent people who elect to crawl through life because they are afraid to stand up and run. Here comes the third group, those who never surrender. This group, maybe 2 or 3% of the total, doesn't let pessimism dictate, doesn't believe in surrendering to suppressive forces, doesn't believe in crawling. Instead, these people live and breathe success. This group is the happiest because they accomplish the most. These people become top employees, top executives, top leaders in their respective fields. These people find life stimulating, rewarding, worthwhile. These people look forward to each new day, each new encounter with other people's adventures to be lived fully. Honestly, all of us would like to be in the third group, the one that finds greater success each year, the one that does things and gets results. To get and stay in this group, however, we must fight off the suppressive influences of our environment. To understand how person in the first and second groups will not try to hold you back, study this example. Suppose you tell one of your friends with all seriousness and honesty that someday you are going to be the vice president of the firm you work for. They will think you are joking. They will even burst into laughter. Behind your back, they may even question whether you are not going crazy. Now, repeat same statement with same seriousness to the president of the company. How will he react? One thing for sure, he will not laugh. He will look at you intently and ask himself, does this person really mean this? But he will not laugh. I repeat, he will not laugh because big men do not laugh at big ideas. Remember, people who tell you it cannot be done almost always are unsuccessful people, are strictly average or mediocre at best in terms of accomplishment. The opinion of these people can be poison. Develop a defense against people who want to convince you that you can't do it. Accept negative advice only as a challenge to prove that you can do it. Be extra cautious about this. Don't let negative thinking people, negators, destroy your plan to think yourself to success. Negators are everywhere, and they seem to delight in sabotaging the positive progress of others. Negators are everywhere, like I said. Some negators are well-meaning people, but others are jealous people who, not moving ahead themselves, want you to stumble too. They feel inadequate themselves, so they want to make a mediocre person out of you. Be extra careful. Study negators. Do not let them destroy your plans for success. Make no mistake about it. You are judged by the company you keep. They say birds of a feather do flock together. Fellow workers are not all alike. Some are negative, others are positive. Some work because they have to. Others are ambitious and work for advancement. Some associates belittle everything the boss says or does. Others are much more objective and realize they must be good followers before they can be good leaders. How we think is directly affected by the group we are in. Be sure you are in the flock that thinks right. There are pitfalls to watch in your work environment. In every group, there are people who, secretly aware of their own inadequacies, want to stand in your way and prevent you from making progress. Many ambitious employees have been laughed at, even threatened because they try to be more efficient and produce more. Some people, being jealous, want to make you feel embarrassed because you want to move upward. This happens everywhere. Ignore such negative thinkers in your midst. Don't let negative thinkers pull you down to their level. Let them slide by. Fly with people who think progressively. Move forward, upward with them. You can do it simply by thinking right. Be careful about your source of advice. Make it a rule to seek advice from people who know, successful people. They say, follow who knows road. right? People presume wrongly that successful people are inaccessible. The plain truth is that they are not. As a rule, it is the most successful people who are the most humble and ready to help. Since they are sincerely interested in their work and success, they are eager to see that the work rise on and that somebody capable succeeds them when they are retired. It is rather the would-be big people who are mostly hard to get to know. Here are a few simple do's to help make your social environment first class. 1. Circulate in new groups. Restricting your social environment to the same small group produces boredom, dullness, dissatisfaction. Remember that success building program requires that you become an expert in understanding people. Make new friends, join new organizations, enlarge your social circle. Variety in people, like variety in anything else, adds spice to life and gives it a broader dimension. It is good mind food. 2. Select friends who have different views from your own. Get to know people of different religious faith. Associate with opposites, but just be sure they are people with real potential. 3. Select friends who stand above petty, unimportant things. People who are more concerned with the square foot, age of your home, or the appliance you have or don't have than with your ideas and your conversation are inclined to be petty. Guide your psychological environment. Select friends who are interested in positive things, friends who really do want to see you succeed, friends who breathe encouragement into your plans and ideas. If you don't, and select petty thinkers as your close friends, you will gradually develop into a petty thinker yourself. Go first class. That is an excellent rule to follow in everything, including the goods and services you buy. Wants to prove the unconditional truth of the go first class thinking. Going first class actually costs you less than going second class. Then too, it is better to have fewer things and have quality than to have many things and have junk. It is better, for example, to have one really good pair of shoes than to have 3 pairs of second class shoes. People rate you for quality. Develop an instinct for quality. It pays and it costs no more, often costs less than second class. In summary, make your environment make you successful by 1. Be environmental conscious. 2. Make your environment work for you, not against you. 3. Don't let small thinking people hold you back. Jealous people want to see you stumble. 4. Get your advice from successful people. Your future is important. 5. Get plenty of psychological sunshine. Circulate in new groups. 6. Throw thought poison out of your environment. Avoid gossip. 7. Go first class in everything you do. You cannot afford to go any other way. Well, my lovelies, we have come to the end of this video. As always, stay dedicated because it is not going to happen overnight. If you really enjoy this piece, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos. Like, share, and also don't forget to share your thoughts on this topic in the comment section below. See you in my next video.